A drink, a toast, to those who must die. On my land before my sons, do you accept this womb, my daughter, Helen, as your wife? I do. Her young shall be your own, they shall. You will assume her gold, I will. Go, you are his, obey him, and farewell. Troy, the Acropolis, the morning light behind the temple's colonnade. Then through that colonnade Hector of Troy, towards his masses of plate-faced warriors. And your heart leaps up at the sight of him, and wonders of courage are secretly sworn as he says, torches and towers of Troy's, the Greeks are lost, they dare not wait, but are ashamed to go home in their ships to their beloved land without our city stowed. Therefore for them this desperate advance, therefore us, trumpets at sunrise from mountain tops.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It's beautifully written. Okay. Our guards are out, Apollo, Aphrodite, so close, you taste the air, you taste their breath, the loving breath that shall inspire such violence in us. Dear hearts, full of hearts, strong hearts, courageous hearts, relaxing on your spears among the dead. Heaven fought for us, 100 bulls to heaven will be our pledge. I put my hands in yours, prepared to be in constant touch with death until the Lord of our gods crowns me with victory.
Cricket.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it is.
These were his words, and knowing that what you do, you might have said, poor fool. Oh, but a chilly mortal it would be, whose heart did not beat faster in his breast. At Quibuff set the clochette faced gold-winged gold helmet, with vulture-feathered plumes upon Hector's head.
Boo!
Telespax set the long instrument against his lips and sent, reach for your oars, and silver out across the plain. And then as Hector shook his shoulders out again and again, as Hector's throng gave a great shout of rage, as down from the Acropolis they flowed and through the streets they passed, breakfast in heaven, ambrosia, alba wreathed with whispering beads. In the beginning there was no beginning, and in the end no end. Sing the nine to the Lord, as Hera's eyebrows posette. Now and now Athena goes. Think of those fields of light that sometimes sheet low-tide sand, and of the pains of such tide, when carrying the sky they start to flow everywhere, and then across themselves, likewise the Greek bronze streaming out at a speed, glistening among the orchards and groves, and then across the plain, dust, grass, no grass, its long low swells and falls, all war-wear pearl, all war-wear pearl.
Baby.
Blue heaven above, Mount Ida snow behind, Troy in between. And what pleasure it was to be there, to be one of the host, Greek and as naked as God, naked as a bride and groom, exulting for battle, Lord shouting, the beat out, 1, keen for a kill, 2, 3, as glittering width and mass that glittered came over the last low rise of the plain. And now, as your heart skips a beat, see the wall, and you do, it is immense, so high, so still, it fills your sight, and not a soul to be seen or a sound to be heard, except on 1,000 silences fell the splash of Lamadon's sacred springs, one hot, one cold, whose fountains rise and dies within a still-based effort, earshot of the wall, and in between those ponds the scanned road runs down beneath the zigzag of God's oath, until under the gate of the same name it enters Troy, majestic on its eminence. Within, Prince Hector's mass, without a pause until paramount Agamemnon, king of kings, the lord of the mainland of the island of Greece, Otriac of Tyrannus and Mycenae, looked, now right, now left, then at the wall, then into heaven, and drew his sword. And as he drew, Greece drew, and his discabering was heard in Troy, much like a shire-sized dust sheet torn in half. A second pause, and then at Agamemnon's word, the Greeks moved on down the low hill to Troy, as silently as if they walked on wool. The gates swing up, the Scian darting in the south. Hector, not yet, then, now. Think of the noise that fills the air when autumn takes the Dinapar by the arm, and the Scian on the Scian of the honking geese flies south to the stateless rains of mist. So Hector's moonhorn shouting dukes burst from the tunnels down the slope and shout and shout and shout, Smash, shouted backward and forth across the sky, while pace on pace the Greeks came down the counterslope with blank, unyielding imperturbability. 25 yards between them, 20. Then, as it beamed before its source, Hector sprang out and teed his spear, halted his lines and lowered it, and stood alone before the Greeks. King Agamemnon calls silent and still for Hector the soaring war cry, the irreplaceable Trojan.
Here, Cricket.
Then hands removed Hector's shield, his spear,
Baby.
and all Greece saw his massive frame, historical in his own time, a giant
I
on the
Hector. I
sand.
always liked him better
Isn't
than
it? I did
I do too.
Did you?
This is a beautiful book.
Diego,
It's like
help her drink her juice.
I was gonna leave it here with you.
Oh,